You know what time it is. It's time to turn up and pull up and pull up and turn up on RadioWeekendC.com. Let's do this. Turn up and pull up and pull up and turn up. Time for the Queen Hour, where we keep it going. We keep it flowing. We going to build and grow. Let's go. We got my brother man here, Mr. Amor Ali. What's up?
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? We here today, and uh
Radio
this
Weekend
nice
C.
rainy this nice rainy day, and you got to be happy and you got to be thankful for the rain, cause that remind me of something I learned back in Sunday school back in the day when my father used to take me over to Messiah Baptist Church every week. 40 days and 40 nights. Now we on the 38th day of the government shutdown. Yep, old Trump, as dumb as he is, he still got the government shut down. They don't want to sign the sister in so they can vote against him, so they can release the Epstein file, because he don't want all this business in the street. But it's going to get out there, because eventually one day they're going to have to turn the government back on. But let's get back to this 40 days and 40 nights. The 40th day will be Sunday when y'all go to church. Maybe you're reverend to talk about it. Who knows? But the world was wicked, people was wicked, and so then, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, and the government's been shut down for 40 days and 40 nights. And it's amazing how 2 more days will affect how people, the brotherly love, and people helping each other, because the government shut down, and to make it through this, you're going to have to work together and help each other and barter and trade and all that good stuff, because maybe your food stamps ain't working. Maybe you ain't able to catch a flight. I know I'm supposed to catch one on the 40th day. We're going to see how that work out. I want to go, but I'm kind of hoping they shut it down. That way they give me something special for not going, because I don't want to get stuck in this government shutdown mess as I thought about it. I thought about it when I bought the ticket. I wouldn't have bought it. But anyway, that's for the 40 days and 40 nights, and they talking about they don't open it up pretty soon. There's going to be 20% flight cancellation. And I must say that is definitely good for the environment, because we won't be polluting the atmosphere. So you always got to look on the bright side of anything, because it's always it might be something negative happening, but it's a positive reason, that comes out of it. And so, another thing I wanted to point on real quick is businesses. We have to start supporting our own more than we do. We got restaurants, we got Burt's downtown, we got Sloppy Chops, we got Lynn, we got Cecil Ford, chiropractor, and I'm going to tell you, for a lot of people, you need to start going and seeing the chiropractor. I know the what you had to pay used to be like $30, $40. It might have done went up because Obamacare is expired, because Trump is jealous because he can't come up with nothing good to put out for the people. But he ain't trying to think of nothing good. So, but people, we need to go see the chiropractor a little bit more. A lot of folks are in pain, and you think it's all about a pill. Sometimes it's your spinal cord pinching a nerve. And if you haven't been to the chiropractor in a while, trust me, you definitely need to go. Cecil Ford, brother, he right over there on Livernois. He got a couple of offices, and if you got health care, send that money back to him. My dentist up on 7 Mile, that brother, and he got brothers and sisters all up in there working for him, right across the street from Home Depot. If you need a good dentist, we got to start keeping the money in the community. If you want to go on the radio or on TV, WHPR TV 107.5 HD3, you come on here, but we got to start being more conscious about investing with our own and building and growing with our own, and we'll see things improve over time. And
Race first. Race first.
We ain't talking about race. We're a nationality of people. Race, that's a construct they made up. That has absolutely nothing to do with us. If you look it up, you can find out race has nothing to do with humans or with people or sentient beings. Race has absolutely nothing to do with it. So get you a law dictionary, look it up, and if you don't find it there, get you another dictionary and look it up. Check out the etymology of the word, and you'll figure it out. So, but our businesses that we know of, we have to
melanated people.
We have to start supporting them more, and we have to go out of our way to put money back in our community so then we can expect, because we have some people that have a hard time getting employment for whatever the reason may be. But we can go in and we can talk to people. I mean, my first job that I got here in Detroit when I was 14, it was at a car wash on 7 Mile and Washburn. And a guy up there named Rainey. And my father knew him all the way back from Mississippi, back in the 60s and stuff. So it was real easy for me to get in up there, and it was real hard for me to quit. I wanted to quit every week, because Rainey's, y'all know older men sometimes can get on your nerves. So every Sunday I would come home and I would quit. And every Saturday my father would take me right back up there. So there's one guy at school, he said, "Hey man, I know how you can get out of that job. All you gotta do is go up there and steal something." I looked at that boy like he was crazy. I said, if I go up there and I steal something, Randy gonna call my father gonna be up here in about 10 minutes with a brick, a belt, and everything else, and I'm gonna still have to go back to work. So I knew that was not an option. And so that's one thing we gotta get out of our system, stealing line and all that other stuff, because it don't work for Donald Trump, and it ain't working for us, and it ain't gonna work for you. The one thing about telling the truth that you're going to find out, you're going to have to become very knowledgeable in a lot of different areas. So when someone asks you a question, you can always tell them the truth. You may not give them the answer that they want to hear, but it will definitely be the truth. The best way I can explain that is how Scarface once said it. He said, "I always tell the truth, even when I lie." So. And congratulations to Mary Sheffield for winning mayor.
All right,
Yes.
hurrah, hurrah. That's what's up. That's who I like.
Yeah.
That's my girl. I love you, Mary Sheffield. Great job. Keep up the great work. Hurrah.
Well,
Watching women roar. Rawr.
Yeah, I don't know when she's supposed to take office, but I wanna be around. I wanna see some things. So if not, I just come on down to one of them city council meetings on Tuesday. Maybe I'll catch her there. But
Well, we need more women, because it seems like the women are more for the children and the future. When they're into their politics and into the workforce, they're pushing more, taking care of the children, make sure our future is secure. The men seem like they're more with the money. They got to get the money. But the future, if your future is not secure, your foundation has to be correct for the children to learn the right things, because these children are very different nowadays.
the first teacher of the child is the women.
That's right.
So if the children are bad and messed up, then who's the first teacher?
And that's not always true.
Wait a minute, y'all can't have
No, because I have a great mother. I kept a good background check. I did everything she told me to do. I've never been to prison. I don't hurt people. I don't do nothing wrong. I believe. But wait a minute. You cutting me off. Wait. My brothers and sisters are nothing like me. I got one brother. Oh, Lord, please forgive us. But all of us got somebody in that family that been in prison or on some drugs. So you can't always blame the mother. Remember, there is this thing called peer pressure. Once you hit the street, when you leave them buildings and leave them households, there's somebody out there ready to do what? Get you high, get you drunk, kick it with you for the weekend. I know, I've been a teenager before.
Well, the parents should have taught their child to stay away from drugs and all that stuff. That's what my parents taught me.
But you have to redeem yourself no matter what. good, bad, or holy, you must redeem yourself. You gonna run up on judgment day sooner or later. You ain't gonna get. So you're right. You're right. That is correct. I agree. Do what your mom. Honor what? Honor your parents.
I see 3 children, and it's a woman right now who's responsible for them.
Yeah. That mama need to get here quick, right?
No, my point. You trying to switch it and spin it. I'm trying to stay on subject, and you keep trying to change it.
No, it's
The
just my thought. I have a female thought of view, not a male part of view.
The responsibility falls with the mother. The father is there too. Actually, in my household, my father raised my sister and I. He spent the majority of the time raising us. So it was my father. So I have a whole
Aren't you
different
blessed?
aspect. Yeah.
They ain't got no daddy. Them people sitting right there, them 3 people, where they daddy nowhere to be found. We got a lot of people out there ain't got no daddies to be found. Right. I know a lot of my family members.
So you made my point exactly. Getting back to the women, raising the children that you just said have all these problems. Because the fathers are not there to be found. Going about your words. Now, let's stay on topic with that.
But wait a minute.
Oh, you want to change?
Wait a minute. No, you know, I'm still be on the same subject. No. Remember, I was what?
I remember. I wasn't there.
I was spoiled. You gonna spoil me too, right? I was spoiled. So that means I had a daddy, a stepdaddy, and a mama. Some people ain't got that many. I had 3. So that means I was sheltered. So if I do begin to act arrogant, spoiled, and stuck up, and gonna stand for whatever I was, I'm gonna stand on righteousness. We were talking about
women and children. You brought this back to you.
No, right. But some women ain't got. They got to do everything. They got to do pay all the bills, raise the children without a male, because you do need a man to balance it out. And I didn't realize I needed a man or my father or whatever until I was 18. I didn't realize I needed a man. I didn't think I needed anybody, that I was going to figure it out until I hit 18. It was like, yeah, you grown now. But yes, children need mother and father. The whole lifetime, not just whenever. Drop in and drop out or don't show up. You got to turn up and pull up and show up and all that on these children. Make sure they get the right teachings so they don't go to prison. So I can say that about my children. I'm so happy they look like they got some type of education and they ain't never been to prison. So I think I did a good job, a great job. I'm praying that things get better because it's rough.
Praying is a waste of time.
Well, that's wait a minute. We're not knocking the religious people.
I didn't say that. I said praying is a waste of time. What are you doing?
I do as much as I can.
Well, I'm not. See, when I say I'm not talking about you,
right.
I'm talking to the people on the radio.
That's right.
What are you doing?
That's right. They need to do something.
You can go. You can get with Kenlock and you can get in the prayer closet and get on your knees and you can stay there for the next 4 days. It ain't going to do nothing. It ain't going to do nothing. You locked in the closet, hid away, up under the covers. It ain't going to do nothing. What are you doing? Who are you helping? Who are you teaching? What are you learning from? What are you doing? Stop telling me to go sit in a closet somewhere and pray while somebody breaking in my house. I'm not going to do that.
Well, they got a couple of prayer groups that my mother go do every morning, and I guess they're doing something. But I know I'm doing all the leg work.
Well, when I know
at my address,
I know a bunch of people in the nursing home who don't leave the nursing home in wheelchairs. Some are bedridden, and they do a bunch of praise.
Which one?
Walking to any one of these nursing homes.
The ones I worked at, I didn't even know they had a prayer time. I would have helped them pray.
Well, anyway, as I see,
they need
doing
some help.
Too much for them.
They need some help for real.
I don't go in there and take it away from them. I leave them alone. I respect what they do.
Yes.
But if you ain't doing nothing,
right?
I took my one cousin. She's in the nursing home. We went to the skating ring. We went skating. Some of my other cousins come by, they pick her up and they take her and they do this different things with her. But just, I'm gonna pray for you. I's gonna pray for you. You ain't did nothing for me. I've only asked, in probably like the last 15 years, I only asked 2 people to pray for me. And one of them was my ex-wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
I don't.
well.
It's about what are you gonna do?
In my situation, I need bills paid.
Mm.
I don't need no dry run. If I'm rolling, I need to be picking up cash. I need to be making sure everything's all right. And I don't,
money.
and I don't like mess up the money. You know what I'm saying? You know how some people might do the wrong thing? I make sure the bill is paid. I make sure it goes to the gas. I make sure this goes to that. That goes there. The children are, the shoes can fit them. They're not too small. The coats are where they, I do everything proper as much as possible with the finance. But since I have to go out and get the finance by myself, that means I don't have time for nothing else but, like you said, chasing the dollar to make sure the children is okay, because their fathers, that's 8 grandchildren I got, their fathers are not there.
Well, the women pick the men.
Well, I didn't have them issues. My baby daddies paid child support all the way through. They got their daddy last name. I did the best of my ability and whatever.
I have a question for you.
And I sacrifice too much right now to make sure everybody that lives in my household life correct. Make sure they have a decent life at least. Yes.
Is this radio show about you or about the people?
It's the Queen Hour.
It seemed like you just venting.
It's the Queen Hour. I use this radio show. This is my good therapy session right here. I use the radio for my therapy. Yes, it's about me and whoever and whatever king or queen feel. It's about them.
So it's not about the people.
It is about the people. I don't leave the people out.
It's about you.
I'm the people. I'm the people. I'm not a person. I'm the people. Aren't you the people? You not human? We not the people now? Some of these situations affect us. Maybe they don't affect you. Maybe you good to go. You don't have cause maybe you don't have to worry about some of the things. I made a mistake, pressed the wrong button. I'm saying, okay, is it time to send out our shout outs, or you had something else to say before we started?
You go ahead.
All right, we're going to send out our shout outs. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you to my Facebook friends. I appreciate you, everyone on Facebook that's paying attention. Please call in if you have any questions and you want to talk about the topics. The topics are the politics that we're going through and our health, our children. What's really going on? We have to keep it coming and keep it going. We can't stop because the government stopped. We don't stop. Just because the government stopped, just because they shut the government down. That's why we're telling you to go get you an LLC. And let's give our shout outs to Mr. Art Cartwright at Global Empowerment that helps us start up our LLCs, our businesses, to keep it going, to keep it flowing, and to walk in faith and learn how to protect ourselves and our families and our community and build on a foundation that is legit and business. That's how most people take over the world, through business. Finance. It takes finance to uplift a nation. And you don't want to be begging all the time. You want to learn how to be upright, independent, and fearless, because fear is false evidence appear real. It's not even real. And we're learning our history. A lot of people are realizing that they have been lied to, and they're learning about the history and the things that we need to be a stronger melanated unit. Because the brother, I do, what is it? One aim, one goal, one destiny. Shout outs to UNIA, ACL, Division 407. Also, thank you, Student Minister Troy Mohammed, Sister Cook Nunley Bay, Sakira McDonald Bay, Daquetta McDonald Bay. Thank you so much for your help. And sending love and shout outs to Salome Cook Nunley Bay. We usually do read something for Prophet Noble Jurali for her, but I didn't bring it this week. I'll bring it next week. Okay, go ahead. You had something to say. That was my shout out.
Turn to page 12.
Oh, you want me to go into women's health now?
I'm hoping that your page, I got the men, you got the women. Hopefully we'll have the same topic.
So it looks like we're going into health now. It says parenting and family support.
That ain't what I got on.
I got parent. Look, I got the right topic on page 12.
Okay,
Family,
well-
it says parenting and family support.
So you want to flip a coin and see who go first?
Find resources to help you and your kids. But you know, I call my kids what? Children, because kids are what? Baby goats. So
Okay.
find resources to
Now,
help
some-
you and your
now-
children.
Now the companies, certain stuff we can't. We can talk about certain topics, but certain details, phone numbers and stuff like that.
They don't want
Because
to.
it don't apply to everybody.
Oh, okay. All
But-
right. Do I need to locate some glasses?
Well, I guess I'll go first.
Go
that
ahead.
way.
Go ahead and read. You go
Okay,
ahead. Wait a minute. Make sure they call in if they got any questions at 313-365-7379. If you got any questions, please call in. Go ahead,
Okay, on mine.
Mr. Omar Ali Ill.
Yeah. On mine, I got health for every age and stage. Mine is a topic about men's health. Hers is on women's health. Some books that I picked up from around the way. And it said 5 myths about men's health. Men don't get breast cancer. A man's breast is the tissue between the nipple and okay, we ain't we ain't got to go into all that. But it must be a myth. Some men do get breast cancer. Fellas, we got to check and we got to be looking out for that. Then it says erectile dysfunction only affects older men. About 40% of men experience ED by the age of 40. Besides age, there are other factors that can put younger men at risk. Some of these include trauma, tobacco, alcohol, PTSD, diagnosis of heart disease or diabetes.
What about STI, STD, HIV? It's other things that slow down the erectile.
Well, I'm just reading what's here. It didn't show all that, but you know, you got a bunch of STDs. You know, that's you. That goes both ways, men and women. So,
That's right. Let's get to the Oakland County Health Department. Somebody's health department.
and then number 3 myth: you only need to see a provider when you feel sick. You know, a lot of people think they had a cousin. He passed away, and he was a vet too, and he had good health coverage through his job. He worked at Chrysler and in the military. And I would try to tell him, "Hey man, go down there and get checked out. Let them test your blood." Told him that for a couple of years. He never would go. Man, I feel fine. I feel fine. Last time I talked to him, I told him. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna go and do it." The next day, he died.
Wow, that was scary.
It wasn't scary. That's life. People die every day. That's
I mean,
reality.
wait a minute. You went to the doctor and died the next day?
No. I told him to go.
Uh-huh.
He said he was going. He didn't go. He went to work as usual, and he just killed over. See what you have to
Wait a minute.
understand,
He never went.
he never went. I told him. he
That's
said he
why
was
I
gonna-
got the story screwed up then. He never went. Oh, that's so sad.
See, men, you have to understand when we're talking to women, we say one thing, they hear something totally different.
Wow, that's scary
You
to
could be
me.
standing right in the room with them face to face, and you gonna say one thing, they gonna hear something totally different. Because sometimes, and I'm not saying with a maximum, but sometimes our women are not listening. They're waiting to talk. They're not actually listening, so we can have a engaged, good conversation where they can actually respond to what you said. They're waiting for their turn to talk. So then if you ask them a question about what you just said, they can't give you one answer because they wasn't listening the whole time.
Ladies, do I need to come back with something for that? Do I need to clap back on that? Or do I need to just keep it like send my shout outs to Tamika Reynolds? Don't pay no attention no way. If they ain't paying all them bills, you ain't got time to pay attention. Because when you get to walking and you get evicted, but you in love with some man, if he not love ain't paying for that bill, baby.
So if you have a teacher in class and you're in the
That's
10th
not. I'm
grade-
not in a
No,
relationship with my
no.
teacher.
You ain't in a relationship with me.
Right.
If you have a teacher in class
Right.
in the 10th grade and he's talking to you, telling you about geometry, you're not going to listen to him because he ain't paying your bills.
I'm not even an adult yet. I don't even know the concept of bills.
Like I
I'm
said,
saying I don't at me between In high school, I had no concept bills needed to be paid until I was 18. I had no concept of people that actually paid bills because I was well taken care of by my
Remind me
parents.
not to use an example with you.
Look, you got to use adult examples.
You get caught up in the example and then you
Because
run with that versus.
it don't apply. It don't apply. It don't apply. No one is worrying about bills in high school.
Every word that you're saying just proves that it applies. Because I asked you about a subject and then you didn't hear that. You deferred and went somewhere else.
You would use an example that doesn't apply. You have to use.
I have to use an example that's in my brain. I can't use one to see. Tell me the example I'm supposed to use.
The
so I can say
professor in college. He's teaching me. Okay, I'm an adult. I got to come up with this money to pay for what in college? Books, somewhere to live. And if I got children, I got to come up with child care, all this extra stuff. Then it applies. And and the professor, I'm going to let him know. He's going to refer me to what? The counselor, the school counselor, if I'm stressed out and I can't pay attention, I can't function.
But you know what?
That's the same thing in high school. They're going to do what?
I'm smart enough to know that I'm not your professor in college. So when I use my example, and I'm talking about my dog Prince doing such and such and such.
You are the professor.
Lord.
Right now, you teaching. A professor teaches.
You're interrupting just like in the classroom.
I don't interrupt in class.
It's hard to believe that. Oh, boy.
Okay, well, you talking about men help or women help? Who we talking about now? Your help or mine or the people that's listening?
Well, she done got me off subject. She don't want to hear what I had to say, so she made me forget. So we're going to go back to this. Myth 4. If you don't have symptoms, you don't have prostate cancer. Ooh.
Huh?
Okay.
Wow, that was interesting.
If you don't have symptoms, you don't have prostate cancer. People with prostate cancer often don't have symptoms until it reaches the advanced stage. That's why screening with digital rectal exam, the prostate specific.
Can you talk a little louder? I'm missing the screening part. Something happened with the screening?
That's why screening with digital rectal exam, DRAs, and prostate specific antigens test is so important. So that's something. If you don't have symptoms, you don't have prostate cancer. So that is a myth. So it's important to get screened. Struggling with mental health is a sign of weakness. It is totally not a sign of weakness.
Whoa! Is that what it said?
That's a myth. These are myths.
Oh,
remember?
Okay. We're not living up to this. This is a myth.
The subject. These are myths that people think, and they're saying that these myths are not true. So I just wanted to point some of those out.
Okay, now I'm confused.
For our listeners out there, for our men listeners out there, if any of these things apply to you, you might want to go get yourself checked out, especially if you got insurance. And because the best thing is preventing something before you get to stage 4.
Intervention and prevention.
Yeah. So if you want to
prognosis and diagnosis, you need to know what's going on with your body. Go get it checked out. And you know me, I always say best bet is just go to the Oakland County Health Department, Wayne County, Macomb County, Genesee County, or whatever county. Maybe you're going to Cook County, but go somewhere. If you do not have the resources or medical insurance, because a lot of people have been cut off, you can go I know you can go to Oakland County and pay them $5 and they'll test you for everything and see what other programs they have available. You might have to pay maybe a few dollars for your other tests, but it's not out of ordinary. You need to be regular on physicals and mammograms and making sure your body is being right. I mean, I just took a bunch of labs not too long ago. I was happy to hear the results, and I made sure that if you're watching me and follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you know if you're part of All Wellbeing, I am a Maxim Cook Bay Chief Divine Minister, spokesmodel of All Wellbeing, and you have to at least be working out 3 to 4 times a week. And I, not supposed to be eating meat and doing things to find ways to keep our body healthy.
Yeah, another thing that I started doing was like after I have my meal in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
I take like probably about a 20, 30-minute walk. And it really made a difference because when I went and I had to get my blood pressure the other day, and the lady was like, yours is 110 over something, and normally it's like 120, which they always say is pretty good. But when she said 110, she said, "Are you a walker?" And I was like, "Yeah, recently I started." She was like, "Yeah, because y'all stuff is real good at 110, so it made a difference." So even when it snowed, I walked to school when I was a kid. I'm just going to put on some clothes and some boots and get on out there and do my walk after dinner. So, we have to do what we have to do.
All right. Now, you ready for me to say go into parenting and family support? You want me to do page
Go-
12?
Go ahead.
Find sources to help you and your kids. Well, I would say children. Parenting and family life can bring the greatest joy. Ooh, it's a whole lot of work. I take care of my grandchildren, and yeah, he's
Don't
right.
get sidetracked.
He's right. Me dealing with these children, it might make me a little scatterbrained, and yeah, it's a lot. I don't understand these young children and these young women, and I'm happy for them that they got these beautiful children because they are very interesting. And the greatest challenges, see, they knew what I was talking about. And these are the greatest challenges. Your Costco benefits. Oh, this is Costco? Oh, okay. Oh, no, don't call right now. Don't do that. Y'all gotta wait. Why do they call at the wrong time? Mess up my video. Resource for living. Confidential support for family. They're giving out information.
Well, like I said, everything don't apply to everyone.
Yeah.
Just the main topics.
Yeah, finding parents. Yeah, so I know I utilize different resources in the community. I know in Pontiac where to go. I don't really know what you do in Detroit for your health, for your food, for your community outreach resources. I know to go where Michigan Works is at if I need to look for a job. I know how to look on Indeed. I made sure I went to some type of college and influenced people to go to college or go to get their LLCs going so they'll have some type of financial help. Because a lot of we don't want our brothers and sisters to continue to do the things that are harming our neighborhoods, would be like selling drugs or even doing drugs. Like, how you have some serious things happening. And I mean, you want to be a part of a great influence. And I know sometimes it gets me in trouble because I'm so about telling the truth. I'm pushing hard on love and unity and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And sometimes people are not just ready for love and unity. Sometimes they can't handle love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, or justice, mercy, love, and right. Because if you having your words, action, and deeds to add up to justice, mercy, and love, and right, that means you have to be fair and open-minded and make sure you're not hurting the people when you're supposed to be helping them. And then merciful, you got to be merciful. Like you said, some people going through some things, they don't even know how to fix it.
So what's the next topic for women?
They just giving out a bunch of, let me see, this says confidential support for your family. And then they saying Aetna, they telling that, they saying you got mental and behavior health care, and care and support services and educational resources for children. And they give you a bunch of phone numbers here to help you out.
Okay. Anything else for the women that you find?
Get family. Oh, they go into talking about people that got children with autism or autism. Then they talk about child care. And then they start talking about taxes. They go into save on taxes with reimbursements. They get real good. Then they go to a different subject when you change the page. This is physical well-being resources. So yeah, support for every age and stage. And yeah, just like he was saying, an example, you don't give cough medicine to a baby over the counter. You have to set an appointment with a doctor to be able to give. You can give them over the counter Tylenol for pain, but you still got to read the directions because babies are teething. You can give them, but every over the counter thing you're not going to give a baby. You have to see a doctor. And then when they get up in age, you can give them the Robitussin or the cough syrup that you like. So it's different things. You're right. I like this support for every age and stage. And then like my mother, she's 86. I have to do certain things for her that I don't have to do for the children. You know what I'm saying? Because her age, I have to make sure she's being watched on just, right. And making sure she's happy so she doesn't get too upset, because she's older and it could cause heart attack, stroke. You don't know what it could cause. You don't need to put people in crisis. Or like my granddaughter, she's going through a crisis. I had to step away and let the professionals come in, even though that might be my expertise to help people. When you're, what do you call it, when you're so involved that you have to step away, let your colleague have it, because it directs you. It's directly related to you. It can.
I can't think of the term.
Your judgment might not be clear.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. I think a lot of our listeners know when you're too close to a subject or a situation and you have to be pulled off the case and someone else have to take it. Yeah, I've been in that situation.
Yeah, you have to. Your colleague has to come in, help you out, fix that for you because your judgment or you're emotionally tied to it, and you don't want to screw things up. You want things to get better because we turn up and pull up and pull up and turn up. We do better. We know better, and we going to work on doing better, being better. That is our job as parents, as leaders, as friends, as family, and we love Brother Amor Ali Il. He gives us the male thought process.
Well,
and we all need a king. We all need a God, an angel, a savior. We all need it, and we got to learn how to be it ourselves because it's in our direct bloodline to be that.
And about Mary Sheffield getting in the
That's
office,
my girl.
I'm very happy about this because men, we have an innate ability to want to help our women improve and do better. And her being the first woman as mayor of Detroit, that really, how she performs in office and the support that she has really have a direct effect on us men all over the city. Because if she fail, we fail. We there to back her just as much as we would back our own woman at home, our own wives, and to help her win is to help us win. Because when I see my neighbor doing good, hit their yard looking good, it makes me want to get out there and cut my grass and get my yard straight. So when I see things looking better around the city with the bike paths and all this stuff and the building of downtown, that's a good thing. A lot of people get jealous about that. What about the neighborhoods? Well, you have to bring the money into the city. You have all 3 sports arenas downtown. Tiger Stadium, Ford Field, Little Caesars for the Pistons. Everybody's playing. So all this money is coming into downtown. People are buying stuff down there. Then there's taxes on it, and then that money can come out to the neighborhoods. So it's a 1-2 step. A lot of people want to say, well, you got to do this for the neighborhood. You can't do it for the neighborhood unless you have the money. So just like when you go, a lot of y'all take vacation and you go to Punta Cana or Mexico or the Bahamas, it's the tourism money that comes into the city, and then they're able to take that money and they're able to build up the community and build up Puerto Rico and whatnot because of all this tourism coming in. Same thing in Detroit. So when you have those finances rolling into the city, now you can start doing more things for the people in the city and to help the people grow stuff in the city. So anyone telling you to do it the other way around, they going out the world backwards. So it just doesn't work that way. because as you've been screaming about money in here, you have to get the money first so you can start doing stuff in the neighborhood.
Well, we got to make sure that it's coming into the neighborhood, like you said, because they are releasing money, lots of financing to Detroit, because Detroit is blowing up. What up, doe, Detroit? That's what I'm talking about. Detroit is becoming a great place to visit and hang out all over we go to the Riverwalk in the summer. It's people from all over the world. Like, yes, we on the Riverwalk. We love Detroit. So we have to make sure when the money does come in that the same people don't keep getting the money, and it doesn't trickle. It doesn't keep trickling down over there. It comes to where it's needed in the poorest neighborhoods, and the places that actually need it, where the children actually need the resources, where the families need they need to rebuild and fix up some abandoned houses or tear them down, or these buildings that are eyesore. They have been condemned and shut down during the COVID that have not came back. They need to make sure they're bringing the money towards the whole city, not just in one spot, just not in one neighborhood. The whole city of Detroit should, and they giving out the governor, and they give out money to the governor and the cities and the state, and they need to make sure it is done properly. Because if the same people keep getting all the financing and all the grants and all the money, you're still leaving you got children that are homeless. You got people that are homeless. It should be going towards the shelter, the places that actually need to be protected and served to better the community. Yeah, money sounds good. Yeah. For the love of money. But is it going to where it needs to? You got millionaires and billionaires. Are they giving back? You do got some giving back. I'm not saying they're not giving back. You got like Big Sean and some other people that do give back to the neighborhood. Even Mike Morris does something. Then you got people that give out free food. But if you got all these finances, like I said, we go to Global Empowerment on 7 Mile and Losser. And they give out financing for your businesses. They give out financing. They give out grants at least 4 times a week. And we all need to tap into what is available and continue to work together, like you said. And I'm happy Mary Sheffield. That was my favorite person. Even though I can't vote in Detroit, I knew Mary Sheffield before she had all the makeup. I met her I think I met her right here. I think I met her right here with student minister Troy Mohammed and Arnold Sutton Bay. Why are you smiling? Was you there that day when I met her?
No.
Right. You right. I think I met her right here in this studio with student minister Troy Mohammed and Arnold Sutton Bay when we were doing the think tank show. I think that's where I met her at, right here. And I used to get all she used to send me all the little things, all the things that she were doing. They wasn't little, they were majors. All the things she was doing in the community group text, where I needed to be here and there to help support. If they were doing something at the gym or the outside, they had a lot of projects good for the youth and the community. And I'm glad that she's back in. But my man Kermit Williams, I don't think he won in Pontiac. I think they let Mike McGinnis in again. But hey, we're going to go with Mike, and hopefully he does some things to uplift our communities. No matter what mayor, what state, what city, you need to be uplifting your community and helping them come out of the situations they're in.
Yeah. So
that are not good. We need better things to happen in the community. I mean, I'm from Cabrini Green. So imagine if it wasn't for my mother, wow. I'm glad she left Chicago. What would happen? Your mentality. Right.
No, so this is what I want to say. This is for Mary Sheffield. If she's listening, if she's not, maybe she's your cousin. You can call her and tell her. I say, I'm sitting over here, and you're not in office yet, but what can us men do to change something? We can act. We don't want to get on our knees and pray. We want to know, what can we do to do something in the city? What's on your agenda Tell us what you got, and so we can start getting to work. So when you get in there, you can hit the ball running, hit the ground running.
I think some of the men need to do some mentoring.
No, I'm talking to
bro.
Mary. I'm not talking to you.
I'm
You're
giving
making
her a
this about you.
suggestion.
Well,
I'm giving her a suggestion. I think we need to do some mentoring. Some men that are like you, that are into standing for the right thing and making the men more independent and fearless. Some leaders like yourself to mentor the children so they know the differences in everything, even a good touch, bad touch. Their education, why they need it, why they might need an LLC or might, or follow their hopes, their dreams, their visions, their missions to be more masculine or whatever we're missing. We need, yes. That would be my suggestion to her. Wherever, fill in the gap, wherever we lost track or wherever we're short, have the men redeem that part. And make sure the women are being respected and vice versa. Make sure the women are respecting the men, because to get respect, you must give it. You can't just, they don't, no. That's why a lot of times I say, I forgive the people and I'm just not going to be over there fighting with you, because any place I go, in my mind, I'm walking into love. I don't care if it's walking into the corner store. If walking in the studio, walking in anybody's church, temple, or mosque, or any building. It don't even have to be that. I know I'm going to walk with love in my heart. I'm not starting no confusion. I'm coming in on love. And I'm going to leave in peace. And at any time, if I feel like I'm on fight and flight, that's when I really need a bodyguard. That's what the man supposed to provide, protect, and profess. That's when I'm going to need him. Okay? Sometimes I can't defend myself by myself, but I'm going to give the people love and respect off top. And that's what we need, the men to mentor, because sometimes the young men, they get offended, or sometimes the young females, they can get offended over stuff you don't even understand what you offended about. What are you saying? You need to make sure that they have the proper etiquette and the proper tone, because I was at City Trends one time and the guy was a cashier. And a female came in there, and the customer is always right. But the way she came at him, it was intimidating. And he's a man, and you could see he was not feminine. And if he was, I couldn't tell. But the way, and I told him, calm down. Don't get fired. You ain't got to yell at her. Just talk to her. Say what you got to say, and don't let her intimidate you. Just because she's making you yell. You're at work. The customer's always right. Your best bet is to smile and say, okay, we'll take care of that. That's how when people come, if I'm at work, so you catch me on the street,
well,
it's a little difference. But we need, that's what we need our brothers to do to help out.
I'm going to tell you some way you think the customers are always right. They aren't always right. And what some of these customers don't realize is that they get banned from some of these stores, some of these places of businesses. They get a police report written up on them. So when you go out to these places and you're thinking that you're the customer, you're always right, and you don't have to show people respect and dignity and deal with people in a civilized way. Management do have a way of dealing with you.
Yes.
You have all these video cameras in there.
That's right.
Trust me. So if you got an attitude and you want to walk into a place of business with that attitude and not realizing that the individuals they're there to help you and move on to the next person, as simple as that. You want to go in there with your attitude and your funkiness and all that stuff, there are ways of you being taken care of too. So,
oh yeah, I seen some people banned from some places. You right about that. They always causing confusion in the spot. They will ban you.
Taking it drastically, don't think you can just walk into a store and then slap one of the employees and then you just walk on off on your day and everything is good. No, stuff does happen to people. So,
well, I like it when.
all I'm saying is,
mm-hmm.
check your attitude at the door.
Well, you've been in the military, and I was married to a couple of military men, and I do believe that they do teach discipline. Yeah, if they can control it, but yeah, if you can get disciplined up, and I don't know, I'm not a man, I didn't join the military, but I know what my parents taught me to give out some respect.
And there's one thing I want to say. I'm gonna use a word I don't like to use. Please don't go out there and be like, "Oh, Mary Sheffield is the first black woman mayor." Don't put that in your mouth, because it's when y'all say that. I'm gonna give you an example of how dumb it sounds when you state the obvious. I'm gonna say it this way: Mary Sheffield is the first person as a mayor, and she has breasts. Guess what, y'all? She has breasts. Mary Sheffield is the first mayor with breasts. See how stupid that sounds? So when y'all out there saying she the first black woman, we already know she a woman. We already know. It's not necessary to say. You do not state the obvious. I learned that in the 3rd grade. My 3rd grade teacher was Miss Joyner at King Elementary. She told me that. And so I was 8 years old. Y'all adults, y'all around 50s and 40s, and y'all haven't learned it. So I told it to you today. You do not state the obvious. Everybody already knows.
Right. She is a beautiful sister, and I appreciate her. And I was happy I got to meet her, and I am proud that she is the mayor. I listened to her, I watched her, and I love the example and the plans that she want to move forward on to help the community. So I pray that she even goes further, become the next president of the United States of America.
Well, this is Amor Ali. We've been here with the Queen Hour on WHPR TV 107.5 HD3. Our time is coming to a close. We want to thank y'all for tuning in and listening. Turn up and pull up and pull up and turn up. And we'll be back soon. I won't be back next week. I'm going on vacation.
All right. I will be here next Friday at 4 p.m. at the same time. I am Sister Maxim Cook Bay, Chief Divine Minister. And we turn up and pull up and pull up and turn up on Radio We Can See 107.5 HD2. Television, HD3. I'm sorry, I'm getting the numbers mixed up. That's right. Turn up and pull up and pull. See you next Sunday. Love and peace and love.